15 Sports. We got the game between MSJ's JV squad, coached by Sue Black. MSJ in their home whites on the Common Avenue Gym. And of course, Woodstock, the Wasp JV squad in the dark green uniforms. We'll have Caroline Conley jumping center for MSJ. Stevie Morrow is one of the officials. The ball's up in the air, and we are underway. Controlled by the Mounties, and it's going to be stolen away by Woodstock. They'll go for the game's first points, and they will get it. Came off a steal off the inbounds pass. It'll be 2-0 Woodstock. I'll get a chance to go through the numbers for you in just a second. You know what I did again tonight? I left my tripod in the car, and it's been 7 degrees outside today, and so it's going to take it a while to warm up so I can get flexible and move around. That's going to be blocked and controlled. Woodstock with the block, and they're looking to get some transition going. That's number 5 with it. O'Connell. O'Connell will break the timeline, and that'll go off from her foot. I believe nobody touched it. Nope, it'll be out of bounds, and it'll go over to MSJ. Carly Harris made the basket. I'm just catching up to that 30 seconds ago. That makes it 2-0 Woodstock, and now you'll see some pressure in the backcourt. And Patton will have the basketball. Only 6 on the roster tonight for Coach Black for MSJ, so a very short bench, and that'll affect her. Oh, what's the word I want to do? Because she probably won't be able to press throughout the ballgame if she wants to because of fatigue and foul trouble. And that's a good pass. We're back to the middle of the paint, and I believe she stayed in bounds. Yeah, she kept her balance long enough to throw the ball back into play, and that's going to be a blocking foul on the far side, I do believe, against Woodstock. It's going to be number 31, Felton. Sarah Felton called for the foul. Nope, actually, I'm wrong. I thought he was calling a blocking foul. He grabbed his hips. He's only doing the hula dance. It's actually, she stepped out of bounds. And it's Woodstock's basketball, and that pass will go into the front court. Baseline, shot up, and got it. Nice move along the baseline. That was Harris right there that made that basket. Then a steal, got it. Oh, they're shooting the lights out. Yeah, they're getting a timeout at MSJ. They're trying to get a timeout. Yeah, they're having a little problem here breaking the press. It's leading to some easy buckets for Woodstock. It's 6-0 already, Woodstock. And they come up with another steal as the ball just barely got into the front court area. Yeah, they'll fake left, go right, and Ojal almost had the steal. Bring it back. There's a pass along the baseline. The shot up, and no. And boy, good rebound down there by Steve's number 4, and she will be fouled, and we'll get the call. It'll be Harris called for the foul on the hold, and MSJ will have Tisdale, number 5, coming to the basketball game for Bizon for the first substitution tonight for the MSJ, and that's going to be Ojal along the baseline with 6:30 to go. First quarter action, 6-0 MSJ. Caroline Connolly came back to meet the pass. It's going to be slapped out of bounds, and that was number 5 again, one of the captains, Tabby O'Connell. Getting back to very good quickness, good anticipation, got back in the way, and they're looking to get the ball to Patton, and they do, and now she'll be isolated against O'Connell, and she'll toss her over the top of the trap and get it to Steves, and that's a long pass off from the hands, and out of bounds. There's a hit Conley, and she just couldn't handle it. It goes out of bounds. Another turnover on the Mounties, and Woodstock has been able to convert quite a few of these turnovers into baskets on the other end. There's only been 1 foul called in a basketball game. I got my tripod thawed out now, so I can move the swivel head. And that pass mishandled, still goes down inside, got travel called. So Harris went to the hole and got called for the travel. And that happened with 6:11 to go in the first quarter of play. You see Patton came back around. Well, and she just did hear footsteps at the last second, and she's in the trap right now, and she'll pivot. Wants to give it off to Ojala, and Ojala will go back down in the corner. Nice catch by Connolly. And that's going to be should be a blocking foul. Wait for the actual call. If it's on Harris, that'll be her second personal. Yeah, and that's going to be 2 team fouls. Both of them belong to Harris, and for Woodstock, that'll bring the first sub off the bench. And outside will be Harrington. Stephanie Harrington, number 2, will come to the ball game for the Wasps. This is the JV game. We'll have the varsity game at a later date on Channel 15 Sports. And the website again for the listings and all the other information you need for Channel 15 is www.pegtv.com. They're located in Building 24 at the House Center, and their phone number is 747-0151. Tisdale catches and fires, no good, and rebounding action down inside. Connolly will get it. She'll bump it back out to Patton. And nice job by Harrington sealing off the shot. They go baseline, and she stepped out of bounds. Yeah, Connolly just tried to force her way around Felton down there and just ran out of room, stepped out of bounds, and we'll see MSJ with just 1 person back defensively, not really a press or no pressure. And boy, they'll go right down to the blocks, turn around, and that was blocked by Tisdale. Jump ball called on the play, and it's going to be green basketball. So they will have O'Connell take the ball out of bounds, number 5 for the Wasp. Harrington with the catch, the shot, nope, front rimmed it, and it comes down to Ojala. Just 6-0 Woodstock, even though it seems like they've really controlled the play a lot more, and that's going to be on the run. Steve's hard off the glass, and the ball will come down and be slapped out of the hands of number 21, Harris. Yeah, they slowed down the ball that time from coming up the court with a quick push. And Steves will play the inbounds pass. They'll just toss over the top to O'Connell. You see him hold it up on, well, beyond the elbow. They're actually on the arc, and they'll take it between the circles, and O'Connell. And her pass is going to be just too tall. It was a good effort by number 31, Felton, to get there, but it goes off from her hands out of bounds, and MSJ will have the basketball. And again, just down by 6 points. They just kind of got to level off here and get used to being able to take care of the basketball against the press. Nice catch by Steves. Then she'll go down inside. Patton will attack the basket, kick, fire, and there's the first bucket for MSJ. They kept the ball in the middle of the floor, bringing it up against the press. It'll become 6-2 now. Woodstock's lead down to 4, and O'Connell getting some soft pressure. And Conley was fouled, yep. And I believe it's going to be on number 2, Harrington. Yeah, so Harrington will be picking up her first foul of the game. That'll be Woodstock's 3rd personal. MSJ without a personal or team foul yet. And with 4:44 to go in the first quarter, and they'll have a turnover off the press. And the press has been giving them some trouble, to say the least. And O'Connell will take the ball out of bounds. She's looking for something to pop open on the inside, and the defense played that pretty well, so they're forced to start over, and that might have been partially tipped from behind. That's going to be a rebound and a foul. Conley will get the foul for MSJ as she attacked number 20 down there, Maxim. Yeah, I think I was told there is, 3 sets of sisters on the Woodstock JV roster, so there's a lot of repeat names on here, but they're different people. I mean, I'll go through the roster just so we can get that squared away. And some nice weak side help as she came down from the top, and that was Steves that tied the basketball up. And so in a 6-2 basketball game with 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, MSJ will get the ball back, still kind of searching for something that works on a regular basis against the press. And boy, she just did beat the 5 count, and it's going to be stolen up and in. O'Connell with the steal in the basket, and that press still working out very well for Woodstock, and Patton will just shred on the dribble, and she'll take the bump on the far side by Harrington, and she'll go in the corner to Tisdale. Oh, she passed up the shot and just didn't feel comfortable in that range, and she got trapped along the baseline, then traveled. Yeah, so they'll turn the ball over, and Woodstock will, I'm just trying to figure out what they're trying to do here defensively, because it's not really a full trap, it's not a full court zone trap. And that was blocked by Steves. The ball popped on the inside. Jump ball will be called, and it should stay down. It's in Woodstock, and it does exactly with 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. And O'Connell, one of the captains, will bounce pass that in. That pass was knocked down, but still got to its intended target. O'Connell, that was blocked by Steves to Ojala. And they're trying to get the long pass, and Patton came back, and she'll take it up, and no. Good rush down the floor, and I believe it's going to be green basketball. Yeah, last touch by the Mounties. They had a couple different MSJ players in good position to make the offensive rebound. It just eluded them, went off their hands out of bounds, and it'll be Felton that will bring the ball into O'Connell. That's Steves on her defensively, back to Felton, and she had plenty of time to recover and get the basketball. And just a little pass in the middle of the floor to Harris. And travel. Yeah, she kind of got going before the ball dribbled, actually, and that'll become a turnover for Woodstock in the JV game. With an 8-2 lead, Woodstock will go back on the defense. Steves. Yeah, you can see Harris just kind of laying back there, waiting for the pass to come across, and she'll get it. So another basket off a turnover by for Woodstock, and an MSJ timeout, and 30-second timeout being taken by MSJ. We'll zoom it in here on the Woodstock huddle, and we'll read the roster for the visitors. They're coached by Maria Cook. We have Stephanie Harris, number 2, or Stephanie Harrington, number 2, excuse me. Tabby O'Connell, number 5. Heather Dutton is 10. Emma White is 11. Hillary White, who's another captain, is number 12. Amanda Maxim is 14. Courtney Maxim, number 20. Carly Harris, 21. Sarah Felton is number 31. And Chelsea Harris is 44. Harris, unfortunately, has got the 2 personal fouls. That's why she's been on the bench for a while. And that was an MSJ timeout. I'm just trying to locate the ball. There's Ed. Yep. So next time out, I'll stay on and I'll do the MSJ roster for you. But again, they're only down by 8. And their biggest obstacle has been just getting the ball up over mid-court against this Woodstock extended defense here. Now it's going to come back to Ojala, and she'll wait for the trailer. And nice grab by Patton. She reached behind her and made the grab. And now they want to set up the play. They're trying to push it down inside. Conley with the kick out, and the defense reacted nicely to Ojala and give her any space to get the shot off. And you see Patton backing up. Inside, Connolly will take the bump. There's the kick. There's the shot, blocked out of bounds. That was blocked by number 20, Maxim, Courtney Maxim, number 20. So, tell you what though, MSJ went on that timeout and really looked more sure of where they were passing, and they were much sharper passes. And Woodstock defensively did a nice job of really not overcommitting to it, and that's why they got the block on that attempted shot. And Patton trying to muscle her way in. We'll give it off to Connolly. It'll go off from Woodstock's hands. I need a number. Maxim, number 20, goes off from her hands out of bounds, and will stay with MSJ. No shot clock to worry about. And 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Mounty's been limited to just one basket. And, oh, still one basket. Almost 1.5 there. And there's the pass to Harris to the front court to Maxim, and she got it. Boy, great patience. Great patience to let the defensive player go flying by her. And the lead now will go to 10. That's the first double-digit lead of the basketball game. Woodstock has a 12-2 lead. MSJ last time here on their home court were able to get the win against Springfield. Steves, nope. They're getting some open looks now, and they're just not converting. That will be converted, and that's going to be an offensive rebound and a putback by the Mounties. Will make it a 12-4 ball game. This is Harris. And boy, Maxim was open. She'll just give the ball off, and Harrington had a block from behind. It's going to be chased down by Harris. And they'll just recycle with O'Connell. That'll be tipped and out of bounds. Last touch by Woodstock's number 2, Stephanie Harrington. So MSJ with a chance to cut the lead in half here. They're down 12-4. But I tell you, Patton puts a lot of miles on in the game running around, because she's usually plays just about the entire 4 quarters, because they only have 6 on the whole roster, 6 players on the roster. And she's their main ball handler. Now you will see her switch from the 1 to 2 guard with Ojol a couple times during the ball game, but see, Patton realized that Maxim was there, and she's a height advantage, goes to Maxim. They'll go inside to Tisdale. Oh, she makes a clean catch. She'll go for the bunny, but mishandled the ball, and there's a toss up to Harrington. Harrington had that blocked by Tisdale as she got all the way down the floor. Good hustle by Tisdale. The crossover, and the court opens up now for Patton. She'll get the ball along the baseline. O'Connell fades, fired, and missed it on the far side. Might have just pulled up a little bit on the follow-through, knowing that the defender was coming down. Minute 22 to go in the first quarter. It's 12-4 Woodstock. This is the JV game here on Channel 15 Sports, and that won't get it on the second bounce. And Tisdale starting to assert herself on the boards here. She's got the last 2 defensive rebounds for MSJ. And I'll go ahead to Ojala. And oh, nice pick off by Maxim. And Bizon, number 15, coming in the ball game for MSJ. And number 14 coming in is Amanda Maxim for Woodstock. And it's going to be a Maxim for a Maxim on the changeover here on the substitutions. So Patton with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go will bring it back between the circles. And looking at 2-3 zone defense right now by Woodstock. And again, the last 3.5 minutes, or actually since that timeout taken by MSJ, they've gotten much better looks. They're just getting a little problem getting the shots in. That one didn't have a problem. That'll go in off the glass, and that was Tisdale with the basket, and the lead goes to 12-6 now for Woodstock. Harris with a great catch in the front court will wrap the pass around, and that's going to be blocked by Ojala. Both teams with at least 3 or 4 blocks apiece now in the first quarter. Is everybody playing like a big person down inside? That'll be off the mark, and that will be controlled by Tisdale, and she keeps the ball alive until Patton came around on the weak side there where there was an opening to get her the ball. That'll be a 1-bounce pass, long pass actually, into the front court to Ojala, and her pass back will be controlled by Patton, and that's a crazy shot. Now see if Steve gives her a couple free throws. Yeah, 2 free throws, he says.
31.
So it'll be Sarah Felton called for the foul, and that will send Patton to the free throw line, and that'll stop the clock with 18.7 seconds. Go ahead, it's the 4th team foul on Woodstock. The Mounties with just that 1 team foul, but that's the first foul on Felton. And Patton will make it a 12-7 game, so MSJ able to whittle down that 10-point deficit to just 5 right now. And they're a team that, through the games I've watched here at home, they kind of start cold, but they get themselves leveled off in the middle frames, the second and third quarter, and then it's just such a short bench in the fourth quarter. Sometimes they're just tired and fatigued and run out of gas in the fourth quarter. That's going to happen on the baseline. They broke the press. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. 14-8. Woodstock with the lead 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and I don't think we're going to see a shot taken here. Nope, that's going to be the buzzer, and at the end of 1 quarter play, the Woodstock Wasp JV squad will have a 14-8 lead over MSJ JVs on PEGTV. One point, Woodstock got a 12-2 lead, and MSJ able to put on a 6-2 run, and they'll have the first possession here of this second quarter. Now come into Bizon. Bizon will get the ball back to Ojala to Patton. Again, if MSJ can just cut the turnovers in half, they'll be in better shape. Now go out from Connolly's hands out of bounds along the baseline back to Woodstock. That's going to be Felton taking the ball out of bounds. She's got Harris in the back court. Now it'll be Harris with the catch, and Steves, who's checked back in, number 4 for MSJ, will pick her up defensively. Then Harrison in the front court, go around the defender, look baseline, great look inside. That was tremendous pass, and then Pat just came back and stole the basketball. And I like the fact they let him play through and didn't call an early jump ball there. That was tipped to Connolly, up, and nope, front rimmed it. Felton with the rebound, and looking for an outlet pass. She'll pivot and just give a little dish off on the side, stolen by the Mounties. Steve's got it. So MSJ able to get a defensive steal. And we have a Woodstock timeout, just 42 seconds into the second quarter. 14-10, MSJ on the run here, though. Let's see, Harrington will bring the ball into play as at that timeout. They got the Harris to Harrington and now to O'Connell. O'Connell being matched up there against Patton, and she killed the dribble along the sideline. Able to throw it back to the middle of the floor, and 10-second count call. Oh, they had a 10 count in the back court, and it'll be a turnover in MSJ now. Down by 4, getting some spark from their defense, just exactly what Woodstock did in that first quarter. Their defense really sparked a lot of their points, and like that right there, they're really harassing type defense. O'Connell, a very impressive player out there. Good quickness, good hand-eye coordination. And she handles the ball very well. Steves, little bounce pass was red. It was too soft coming back across, and that's going to be stopped on the dribble. That's Amanda Max, number 14. O'Connell at the top of the arc. Fake the shot. We'll give it back. Harrington will handle the basketball. She'll go in the corner and get a lane violation call, and I believe it was on Harris, 21. So each team kind of giving the ball away here in this second quarter play, changing hands on unforced errors. Connolly right there will save that. She'll go to Bizon. Bizon will work it over on the, well, just outside the block area, and she's looking to pass back, and Harris will tip it forward, and she's going to go up, and there's a foul. Yeah, Steves will pick up the foul. And it should be shots, I think. 2 shots, that's what Ed said. So Tisdale will be coming back in for MSJ as we'll have to wait till the second shot, and Tisdale will be wearing number 5, and that's what Carly Harris at the line for Woodstock. Takes her time and just a little short on that one. She was on line, just a little bit short, and Tisdale's going to come in for Steves, as that's going to be Steve's first personal foul and just MSJ's second overall as a team. So Harris trying to salvage 1 of 2 shots here. Well, perfect. See that? She made the adjustment and got it. 15-10, lead at 5, and almost a steal. Yeah. And boy, see Patton just ripped the ball out. She's strong, and nice job of, yeah, she was close to midcourt, but she did get the ball to her teammate before she crossed the plane, and now she'll fire down to Ojala, decide to Bizon, and then work it back between circles to Patton. That's going to be tipped and controlled by Connolly, and boy, what a great job by Connolly. Tell you what, that was some tremendous hand-eye coordination. That was tipped by a couple people. Connolly Cotton had the presence of mind to make the shot, and she'll have the steal right here, and she'll plant the pivot foot, look for Patton. In the 15-12 game, MSJ with a 3-point play can tie the game up, and it wasn't that long ago. They were down 12-2. Tisdale with the fire, no good. There's Patton with the follow-up, got it. What happened there was Patton came down from the free throw line, and nobody was able to put a body on her and box her out because she was up top until the shot was released. And Tisdale will lob the ball back, and it's going to be stolen a couple different times on the floor, picked up by Connolly, and she'll go to Patton. Very action-packed second quarter here. A lot of good sequences of what we just saw right there. Both teams battling hard for the ball, and Patton with the catch. Tisdale with the shot. Nope. Rebound will reject back. Come to Harrington, and she'll go to O'Connell. And O'Connell will be pressured by Bizon. O'Connell will just wait and see her stop short of Patton. She'll let the trap develop. She'll come back to Harris. Harris will just loop the ball down over the top to Maxim, to O'Connell. Baseline to Felton, and got it. That was beautiful passing. Nice shot. Yeah, that was textbook stuff right there. 17-14, lead back to 3, and Patton able to recognize. Remember earlier she stepped out of bounds, just trying to force herself through the defender on that side. This time she didn't get pinned along the sideline, and she brought the ball back to the middle of the floor. Ojala can dribble. There you go. Yeah. Sometimes they forget they got the dribble still. They'll go to Bizon, and then they'll lob the ball over to Patton. She'll catch, gets momentum, go down along the baseline, and I don't believe it was touched by Woodstock. It wasn't, and it'll go out of bounds off from the Mounties, and they'll turn the ball over. 4:41 to go in the second quarter. Has not been a lot of whistles here. As we have a sub coming in, Emma White, number 11, will come in for Woodstock, and she'll be allowed to come in. And she's going to replace Harrington, number 2, for Woodstock. Yeah, and again, this is just the JV's game. You're going to see the varsity game at a later date on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports, and this is shaping up to be another barn burner. JV games usually come down to the wire here at MSJ. And remember, MSJ's last game against Springfield, they won it with free throws with just like 1.4 seconds to go in the basketball game. Nice catch, tight quarters. The shot lined up, and no. And that's going to be Tisdale with the rebound, puts it back up a little hard, and Conley will chase it down. She'll put it up a little strong, and the Mounties able to get a lot of offensive boards on this trip. Now they got converted into points, so Bees online. No, that thing rimmed out. Tisdale kept it alive to Ojula. She'll put up with a one-hander, and again, boy, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5 shots on the net there, and they'll be slapped out of bounds by Ojula. And we'll have Felton come over, number 31, and she'll take control of the ball and bring it into play with 4 minutes even to go in this second quarter. Actually, we're at the midway point. And there was a stretch where Woodstock was up 12-2. Oh, nice box out by Tisdale. She lost her balance, went to the floor. And that opened up the chance for Woodstock to do what you're seeing right here. Get some offensive glass here. And that'll become a jump ball. Yep. Yeah, and we have a player down. It's Tisdale down on the floor, injured for MSJ. Okay, well, the good news for Tisdale was she was able to get up and put some weight on her leg in the ankle area and walk off the court. And hopefully we'll see her back in the basketball game for MSJ after a brief rest. Now it'll be lobbed into Harris. She'll make the catch, go in front of Steves, take the jumper, and it'll be back in play on the floor and controlled by Ojula. So the Mounties down 17-14. They've got the basketball and 3:33 to go on the clock here in the second quarter of play. Steves, and that was partially blocked, and that should be white basketball. I got blocked by Woodstock out of bounds. And for Woodstock, the JV squad, we have Maxim, number 20. That's Courtney Maxim coming back in. And I knew another number one out there. Oh, Hillary White, one of the captains, number 12, checks back into the basketball game for Woodstock. They've got a deep bench. They've been playing it, and that's going to be lobbed out. And Harris with another steal. She's got to be nearing double digits in steals already in the ball game. She lost her bounce and might have traveled. Yeah, Stevie Morrow calls it travel. And that will be MSJ again, but they're going to be looking at that press the whole ball game, so they better figure it out here pretty quick. There's going to be an easier way. They're not really setting a screen to get anybody open. They're just all kind of running around and burning energy. And oh, when you lose the dribble. That time she really didn't kill the dribble as much as she just lost it. Will it be saved? No. The shot was taken by O'Connell. And then the save attempt by Harris. And now Ojula. Surprised they don't like run a stack and break off a screen just to make it easier to get open, because they're just burning so much energy to break the press. Oh, look at O'Connell knock the ball away. Beeson in the right place at the right time, able to pick up the loose ball. Ojula will bring it back to Steves online. Nope, off the front of the rim, and that'll be taken out of there by White, number 12. Oh. And boy, they saved it. Who did that? Oh, Maxim going to the floor, got rid of the basketball before she got called for the travel, and that was a good move. Then she lost the dribble and got fouled. Yeah. That's only going to be the 5th team foul. It's no shot yet. It's possession foul. The ball will just go out of bounds on the baseline to MSJ. And I believe it's Maxim that picked it up. I'll have to wait and see. It's going to be Ojula heading towards the ball, number 13 for MSJ. And she'll go along the baseline, and MSJ will be in a box formation. And we'll see which way they break. They'll look inside first, but nothing happening there. Let's have to pop up and get the ball to Beeson. Yeah. Tell you, it's been a 2-3 zone most of the time here by Woodstock, but it's been a very quick and effective 2-3 zone. It's just really overloaded. Wherever the ball's gone, they've overloaded that side, and MSJ's never been able to reverse the ball quick enough to take advantage of that. And they're just going to bring it up to Maxim, and Harris was there also. Maxim out-leaped her for it, and they'll go back to O'Connell. She'll go by Pat and then get to the front court, lob the ball down to Harris, and Harris wants to go, well, they're looking to post up Maxim. That's a running one-hander. Nope, trying to use the glass. No good. 17-14 still. Woodstock going back on defense. They got the lead. Pat's going to go all the way and lose the ball out of bounds, and we have a foul. Just need a number. It's going to be O'Connell with the foul call, and that's going to be the 6. Okay, just making sure it wasn't a one-on-one. It's just the 6th team foul. Tell you, that was almost impossible to make angle of a shot. And then Steve's shot was blocked, and they throw the ball back into O'Connell. She'll pick it up, and then throw it behind Harris, and it will become a turnover on Woodstock. And 44. Chelsea Harris coming back in the ball game for O'Connell. Now, Chelsea Harris, 44, is playing with 2 personal fouls, but with 2:05 to go in this second quarter play. Not a risky move right now. Been a tight one. There was at one point, oh, look at that block right there by Maxim on Connolly. There was a 10-point lead at one juncture of the ball game, 12-2 Woodstock, and then MSJ kind of found a little rhythm on their offense, and they've lost it since, but Woodstock not burning it up point-wise either. We've been stuck at 17-14 for a long time. We're down to 1:45 to go in the half, and you see Ojala wrap the ball around, passes behind Patton. It'll become a steal, and it's going to be Maxim making a move, and she got into the open court but lost the handle on the basketball, and they'll just exchange turnovers, and we'll have Ojala over there in front of the sparsely attended bleachers here and for the JV game. And Ojala looked a couple different directions and just came back to Patton with the basketball. There's a screen set for Patton. What happened there was she killed the dribble when she got to the screen, and there was quite a traffic jam over there. And so they're fortunate to get the ball back. Patton on the drive, and boy, she is just in a trap. Got it to Bizon to Ojala, and that was going to be knocked out of bounds by number 12. Hillary White knocked it away. Yeah, so MSJ with the ball, plenty of time, 1:17 to go in the quarter. Steves will pivot, bring the ball around to Connolly. She's looking for a defender. She's waiting to feel the defender, and Steves passed up the 3 ball. They get it into Ojala. She'll take the shot off the glass, no good, trying to use the window, and then the ball will be controlled by MSJ as Harris lost her balance, went to the floor, and Steves got a travel call. Yeah. So it went up at Woodstock. It just took a little bit longer route to get there than it originally looked like. It'll be Chelsea Harris taking the ball out of bounds, number 44. And she'll come into Carly Harris, and she'll make the catch, and they'll just exchange and get the ball over the timeline. The dribble came up high. They got the free throw line, and no. Rebound will kick off to the side, picked up by Bizon, and they'll try and dribble off a lot of traffic down there, and they'll get it down to Ojala, and Ojala will get to the front court to Patton. Patton will penetrate and got fouled on a drive. This should be the 1-and-1 now. That's the 17th foul, and officially on the clock. Yeah, Hillary White will pick up the foul. 1-and-1. Okay. So you see Patton heading up to the free throw line, number 10 for MSJ. So the rest of this half, there's only 37 seconds left. MSJ will be heading to the line for free throws. And nope, that was a little bit flat and didn't get the bounce. And here comes Maxim. Oh, she crosses over. She's got some head of steam going, and that became a block, but she actually jammed the ball into the elbows of Ojala, and it'll become green basketball. So Woodstock will take it out of bounds with 31.2 seconds to go. Harris, plenty of time to set square, and no. Rebound on the weak side, and we got foul. And I believe we're going to have a couple shots coming up, actually. 2 shots, Steve says. That'll be on Bizon. We'll get the foul, and that will send Woodstock to the line. That's going to be number 20, Courtney Maxim. Now stop the clock with 27.2 seconds to go, and looking to add to that 3-point lead will be the Wasp JV squad. She'll get another chance if she missed that first one. Again, it was 14-10 at the end of the first quarter. And it's 17-14 right now. Woodstock with the lead, and Maxim's second shot. Off the glass and in. She banged that one in there and makes it 18-14. MSJ still turning the ball over, but they have cut down the turnovers against the press. They've been able to kind of at least get to the front court, and Ojala came through, tipped it away. Harris will pick the ball up on the fly and traveled. As she was looking to wrap the pass around, and there was really no lane there to get to her teammate. That caused her to take the extra step. And yeah, MSJ, first of all, looking to just get the ball up into play with 14 seconds on the clock. And don't forget, any foul committed by Woodstock will send MSJ to the line. Steves, clock winding down here, will get the ball through Patton's hands and out of bounds with 4.4 seconds to go. Plenty of time for Woodstock to get the ball down in for at least a 3-point shot, if not a better percentage shot. Well, that's at the free throw line up. It's going to count. If it goes, it's going to be off the glass back, and that's going to be the half. 18-14. Woodstock with the lead over MSJ from the Convent Avenue Gym on PEGTV and JV basketball action. Okay, so Ojala will be handed the basketball now. He'll have the first possession. They did do some shot talking out there. Coach Sue Black working with her squad, and everyone to the locker room. They sit up top here on the right in the gym. We'll see what they've worked out for some adjustments. They're looking at that zone defense being played by Woodstock, and Maxim will tip the ball away, go to the left hand, leave it short. She kind of faded, felt the defender. That should be a jump ball. Yes, travel. Okay, well, they'll go with the travel. And the Mounties will be the benefiting from that call. They'll get the basketball out of bounds, and let's see what this is where they need the adjustment. Let's see what they came up with against the press. Nothing really, it's the same. Just try to find an open spot and get the basketball. Nice crossover by Patton, and then she'll fire the ball. Boy, I tell you what, Maxim has just been everywhere, number 20. Seems like she's touching the ball every play defensively. Steves couldn't make the clean catch, so she didn't take the shot, and then you see Connolly on the spin and loses the ball out of bounds. That was Fenton there, number 31 defensively. That stood her ground and made a good play. So Harris will take the ball out of bounds. This is Chelsea Harris, number 44. They brought it into Dutton and into O'Connell, and she'll go long distance to Maxim. Dutton will drive and put it up. That was blocked. Again, each team's got to be around 7 or 8 blocks now in a basketball game. I've never seen a game with so many blocks equally on both sides. So Patton will get it to Steves, and she'll wait for the ball, make the catch, drive it down to the paint, give it to Connolly. She'll put it up, and it was long and strong, and the rebound will be a 1 and out as Maxim adding to that statistical column. She's getting near a triple-double on a lot of areas. Harris will get the shot to roll around, not drop. Connolly had it, and I believe they're going to call foul. I think I'll wait for Steve. Number 10 maybe? 44. Harris will pick up the foul. So MSJ will get the basketball back. That's the first foul of the second half on Woodstock as a team. The third foul on Harris, where she started off the ball game picking up 2 fouls and set out, well, probably the equivalent of a whole quarter. And that pass will be behind Patton, stolen away by Maxim. Maxim will bring it back to the middle of the floor across the timeline and then bring it down to the baseline. Dutton with the catch, and it was a tough angle to get the shot to go. She tried to hang it out there, and there's the putback and the basket by Woodstock. And that's Maxim again, number 20. So she's in double digits in points, rebounds, and steals now. And see how Connolly wants to bring the ball back to Ojala, and O'Connell was there. As you have Connolly and O'Connell. And then Patton will give the ball back to Dutton. I believe it was tipped, but Dutton will throw it in the backcourt, and it's got to be, yeah, got to be a violation. And Tisdale, who was injured in that first half back in the basketball game, number 5 for MSJ. So the lead's gone to 6 at 20-14 Woodstock. Ojala to Steves, and boy, I tell you, wow, a lot of contact, no call. And Max will bring the ball back, and a lot of contact, no call there. And Dutton will have the ball, and it got tipped, and Steves will pick it up, and she'll just, well, hard pass to handle in short distance with a fastball to Patton, and she's going to bring the ball over to Steves. Traveled, yeah. Good defense by Heather Dutton, number 10. She came up, took the space away, and when Steves turned around, she just really had no space or time to think and work with, and turned the ball over on the travel. O'Connell, she's looking for that long front court pass, and it just wasn't there. Dutton came back, made herself available for the pass. And they'll go baseline. Dutton catches and fires. No good. Weak side rebound by Maxim. She'll put it a little casual, but almost got it to drop. She's just trying to keep the ball away from the defender to get the shot up and in. And almost pulled it off. Now the crossover by Patton working against Harris will bring it out to Ojala. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mounties have been held scoreless for quite a while now. Remember, they have to go way back to midway through the second quarter. Steves. Here's the catch, the penetration, and spinner up and in. No good. Ball on the floor. Dutton will get it. Pass over the top of the defense. O'Connell will push the ball forward. And can she get a hold of it? She will. She'll give it back on the baseline. O'Connell somehow ended back up with it. Harris had it, lost it, and it's going to be MSJ basketball. So a mad sequence of action there. And the possession ending up with the Mounties. And again, you can see Patton likes that sideline, has all year. Gets her in trouble sometimes, and O'Connell and Connolly on the spin will have the ball slapped out of her hands, and it's going to stay with MSJ. Tisdale with the catch, the shot, and no. She'll tip the ball, keep it alive. We'll come back to O'Connell. Ojala there, number 13 to stop the ball from coming down the floor fast. We'll go to Harris, and there's the line pass to Maxim. She'll mishandle the pass. Didn't really get away from her. She's able to pick it back up, and MSJ trying to get into their defensive lanes, and Dutton trying to use the glass, left it short, and the ball will go out of bounds off from, I thought it went out of bounds off from Connolly, and that must have, because that's who's got the basketball, Woodstock. So Harris will lob it up, and Ojala right there will make the steal, and she's looking to break past the defender, gets it to Patton, and blocking a foul. O'Connell got ball and got the arm, and 2 shots coming up.
Number 5.
5, so yeah, it's official, it's O'Connell.
2 shots.
So Tabby O'Connell will be tagged with the foul, and that will send Patton to the line, looking for the first points of the third quarter for the Mounties. Almost 3.5 minutes have passed here without a score by MSJ. And she got it. Cuts the lead to 5, and coming in now for Woodstock will be number 2, Stephanie Harrington, and number 21, Carly Harris. And that's only the second foul called on this third quarter, and it's the second team foul on Woodstock. And that will rattle out on Tisdale with the quick hands up, and no! Almost able to get a 3-point play off the missed free throw, because remember they got the first free throw in here. Maxim to Harrington. She'll put the ball down on the floor to dribble. Well, look at her. She's at the free throw line, and jump ball. Yeah, it's going to stay down this in Woodstock. But everybody going to the ball, see the ball and go to the ball, and they've done that well here. 20-15, Woodstock would lead off the ball on the baseline, and 4:19 left in the third quarter. Here's Harrington with the catch. She'll duck inside and get it. Nice step to the basket, very aggressive step, confident step, and a good shot. Got Patton. We'll throw over to Ojala. She's standing right at that center court logo. This is MSJ. There's the catch. Patton with a running one-hander. Nope. Inside position. Tisdale. No. Boy, everything but the buckets. They got on the offensive glass and took the right shot. This is Ojala. Got it. Ojala with a 2-point shot. 22-17. And after the made basket, MSJ is going to extend the defense into the backcourt. It's not a full throttle press. It's just some presence back there. Dutton up and no. Look at Maxim had it, and Connolly got hit. I'm not sure if she just got a ball in the nose, but she definitely going to need some attention. You never saw. Steve Morrow had a Connolly just slow her breathing down, control it, kind of compose herself, and she was trying real hard to do it, and she did. And they asked her if she wanted to come out, and she was okay, and she said no, she wanted to stay in the ball game. And then I believe it was number 20, I think it was Maxim, and they hugged and shook hands, and everybody smiled, and she stayed in the game, and she's okay. See, that is me. I'd be having Rutland Regional Ambulance Service and a doctor and the medical pension, because I'm a big wimp, but Connolly, just real tough, stayed in the ball game after taking an inadvertent elbow to the face. Maxim had a block by Tisdale, ends up in Harris's hands, and she'll get the bucket. Right place, right time, got the ball, knew what to do with it, put it up and in. 24-17 now. Woodstock with the lead, and they might have a steal here. As Tisdale got buried into the ground, and jump ball, okay. And Maxim being just a good sport, everybody, she'll help her up. And Felton will take the ball out of bounds for Woodstock right in front of the MSJ bench, and she'll toss it into Harris, and she'll get a hold of it. She wants to throw. Look at it. Everybody with great hands out there for Woodstock. Dutton with the shot, and that's going to be off from Connolly, who was inside trying to battle to keep the ball alive against Maxim, number 20. Maxim has done a great job out there for Woodstock tonight. Courtney Maxim. B's on at the scores table for MSJ. She'll be checking in next opportunity. Connolly will get the ball swatted away by Patton, and Patton will cross over and bring it back to the middle, and got a defensive kick. A defensive kick, so the ball will go back to MSJ. It'll stay with MSJ, actually. It won't go back to them. It'll stay with the Mounties. And Ojala will bring the ball into Patton. Patton logs a lot of miles for all the running around she does out there to get open. Up and no. They get the ball down in the sweet spot. Ojala, the Patton foul. Yeah. Now, so it'll be Maxim picking up the foul on the arm, and 2 shots coming up for Patton. Patton back at the line. Her last trip to the line, she was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Now, stop the clock with 2:35 to go in the third quarter. And the lead, which was 3 at the half has been extended to 6 here at 24-18 on that made free throw. That's the third team foul on Woodstock, the first personal foul on Maxim. Number 12 coming in to replace Maxim is another captain, Hillary White, and the number 11, Emma White, coming in to the ball game for Woodstock. And she'll get them both this time. Makes it a 24-19 ball game. Woodstock's lead down to 5, and Harrington taking the ball out of bounds will bring it into White, back to Harrington. They'll go to Harris now. Harris, baseline, shot up, and no, had to wait for that second bounce. Look at the offensive rebounds in this guy. I like to have a stat sheet because I think the rebounds are probably going to be a 2-to-1, 3-to-1 advantage for Woodstock. Patton got a cut on her hip, and I'm not sure she's trying to come behind her back, but Bizon traveled. They didn't give her they got the benefit of the no call there being a home team. Patton will pivot, spin, give it to Bizon. Bizon back to Patton. They got to get their spacing right, and really they need to spread the floor a little bit more against the zone. Bizon will swing the ball because spread the floor, you can reverse it. You can also find some gaps to slash through, and they'll turn the ball over, and it'll come off to Felton, and she'll throw it up to Harrington. That's a long distance pass to Harris, too long. Right idea, they just put a little too much muscle on the ball. It goes out of bounds and stops the clock with 1:48 to go. Third quarter action, and Patton will go back to Ojil. Ojil's got pressure coming up from behind. She'll get to Connolly. She'll put it up on the run and get it. So Caroline Connolly, who won the ball game for MSJ against Springfield with free throws in the last second, able to get that shot to drop, and that'll go through the hands of White, and she'll be able to recover the basketball. And from the baseline, nope, good look. Those aren't bad shots, they're just not dropping right now. They'll throw it ahead to Patton, 24-21, 24-23, so the Mounties with a run here at the end of the third quarter, and that's going to be a Woodstock timeout. And the Mounties find themselves down 24-23 to the Woodstock JV squad. 1:15 to go, third quarter action. It was a full timeout taken by Woodstock, and Harrington will look to bring the ball into play. Mounties some pressure in the backcourt, and they'll get it off to Harris, and Harris travels up. Yeah, he got caught, and that's a travel, and the ball will go over. So MSJ with a chance to take the lead for the first time in a basketball game. With 1:13 to go in the third quarter, they'll have the ball on the baseline. Ojil will take the ball out of bounds, and yeah, they're going to set up the good old-fashioned box formation. They'll go four corners, and Patton to Connolly. She'll kick it out. Ojil up, and nope. Weak side rebound will go off from Tisdale's hands. Harris will get there, and interesting call. Okay, so what hit an MSJ player out of bounds will be Woodstock's basketball. I think what Harris is trying to do is throw the ball off from an MSJ player and didn't really get the target she was looking at, but it ends up being Woodstock's basketball anyways. White will go back to Harrington, and she'll throw right to the middle of the floor to Harris. Nice catch by Harris. Oh, look at that great pass. White up, and no. Battle for the rebound, ball on the floor. And Bizon will go turtle with it, and got jump ball called. And it's going to be MSJ basketball. Yeah, and they got to turn around and look. Nobody's coming back to the basketball. And that's going to be over the top of Connolly. Yeah. And I tell you, every time MSJ gets a chance to take the lead, they kind of go back to their old ways of turning the ball over. And that's going to be a foul. Two shots coming up. So Harris, Carly Harris, will be going to the line, number 21. 1-3. That'll be Ojila with the foul. And so with the first team foul here of this third quarter on MSJ will result in two shots for Woodstock. Oh, a little short. Online, but a little short. The lead's just one right now, so they're looking to make it a bucket lead with a made free throw here. And she'll hit the front of the rim, get her own rebound, duck inside, and might have traveled. Yeah, right idea. Nobody boxed out the shooter, and she just came and got a rebound, stepped aggressively to the bucket, but dragged that back foot and got called for the foul. Bizon, good hands on the catch, and Tisdale will attack the basket, and nope. A little running one-hander. Mounties will get the offensive rebound. 32 seconds to go in this quarter, and no. Good look from the outside by Patton, and that's going to be out of bounds off from Woodstock. MSJ will have the basketball back with 25.9 seconds to go, and down by the 1 point. And Steve's going to be coming back at number 4, and they're going to allow the substitution. So Steve's will come in for Tisdale for MSJ. And Ojila doesn't want to get the 5 count. We'll bring it back to Steve. Steve's, boy, hot potato, able to grab it and get it under control back to Ojila. She'll go to Steve's. at the arc to Ojala. This is going to be a two-pointer, and nope. They'll tip it around. They'll go baseline, and Fenton able to stay in bounds. And we see Harrington has her pass tipped, but it still gets to White. She'll go back to Harrington with 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and with 1.1 second to go, I'm waiting for somebody to make a call. It'll be Woodstock basketball. So they let all that bumping and grinding go on the far side with no foul called. And I tell you what, oh, that would have counted. That's going to be the quarter. 24-23 heading into the fourth quarter. Woodstock's JV squad with the lead. It should be a barn burner for fourth quarter. Basketball game number 20, and she's leading scorer for Woodstock. I think she's leading scorer probably in the ball game, but she's got a triple going right now, and it's going to be Harris to Harris, and they're going to bring the ball back. Look for the cutter on the inside, and then the fadeaway will be no good. Weak side rebound on the offense. Put back up and in. It's Maxim, number 20. And boy, just right back in the ball game and making an impact. It's going to be Bizon. She'll get a handle on the ball and travel job. Yeah, so MSJ will be down 3. They'll turn the ball over. We're just underway in the fourth quarter of play, and they're going to take the ball side out. And it'll be Woodstock. Right in front of the MSJ bench, brought in by Harrington, and she'll go to Harris. They'll get it to Maxim, and yep, all the way back. Great movement toward the hole, and just didn't get the finish. And the ball will be off from Harrington, who gets up off the floor for Woodstock, number 2. Again, the Mountings will have Steves this time trying to break the press, and Patton trying to get open and trying to play denial on Patton. And boy, Steve's able to get the ball off the defender. That's why she was able to pick up the dribble. And I tell you, they got call over him. Yeah. But again, MSJ as a team this year have loved that sideline by the midcourt stripe, and that is just nothing but trouble. That's when you kill your dribble right there or play against the trap. That's just not a good place to be. Patton against Harris, and that ball will come across, and it's going to be Harrington down to Maxim, and then foul. And 2 shots coming up from Maxim, and it looks like the foul will be called on Ojala, but I'll wait till it's officially made official by the official. Yeah, it'll be Ojala pick up the foul. Yeah, so Tisdale at the scores table. She'll be checking in for MSJ. She'll have to wait till the second shot, though. And stop the clock with 7:06 to go in the fourth quarter of play, and Woodstock looking to add to that 3-point lead. Nope. And now Tisdale will come in. I'm just not sure for who. And she'll come in for Bizon. That was the second personal foul on Ojala. Nobody on MSJ with more than 2 fouls. Nobody in any foul trouble. So Maxim on her second attempt here. We'll get it off the glass and in. So she got 1 and 2, and now they'll set the press up after the main basket. And Ojala will get it to Connolly, and she'll just push it forward into the hands of Patton. And Patton does a nice job of keeping the dribble alive until then. And now somebody's going to come back to the ball, and Maxim will make the steal. Oh, she does that so well. Like I said, she's got double digits in scoring, double digits in steals, and double digits in rebounds. And now she's going to play on the ball defensively, and that's going to be quite a target to get the ball up and over. Play Patton with a good catch, and they'll throw over the top, get it to Steves. And then she'll lose it out of bounds. Shot. Oh, it's those unforced errors that get you. That's lead at 4, and here in the fourth quarter, you don't want to give up a run. And MSJ's done a nice job of being able to counter those runs, but again, they only played with 6 people. Oh, they got something on the court to wake up. 6 people, they could start to run into a little fatigue problem here in the fourth quarter. They've been looking at a press the whole ball game, so got a foul. Oh, we got a lane violation on number 14 out there. Amanda Maxim called for it, so MSJ will take over the basketball, and that's the second lane violation called in the ball game on Woodstock. Steves with the catch. Steves in the front court. Steves to Tisdale, and big bump, and Tisdale will crash to the floor, and it's all accidental. Yep. Everybody looks like they're going to be okay. Yep. And there's no shots coming up. That's just a possession foul. Yeah. So Harris will get called for the foul, and I believe that's going to be her 4th, and it is her 4th. And it should just be ball out of bounds. And O'Connell will come back in the ball game now. Tabby O'Connell, number 5 for Woodstock. She's one of the captains. She started the ball game, and Ojala to Patton, and boy, what a pass in tight quarters. They didn't get the shot to drop. Connolly will get the ball back, and before the defense gets to her, they'll give it to Patton. She'll go to Tisdale. Nice catch, no finish. just faded quick enough there to make the shot go soft, and that will be too much of a lead on the ball for Harrington. Oh yeah, it's been like this the whole ball game. This has been a wide open affair. 27-23. Woodstock with the lead, and they're trying to hold on for the win here on the road against MSJ. Yeah, and they're going to go to Steves. Nope, Harris will make the steal. And again, the travel call. Wow. Well, I've watched all the Mounties home games. I taped them all. And they just don't set up a screen to break a press in the backcourt to get somebody open. Timeout taken by the Mounties, down by 4 in the fourth quarter. So just 6:11 left to go in the fourth quarter, and MSJ will have the basketball. They dribble it off the foot of Harris, out of bounds. Harrington and Harris were there trying to create a trap for Woodstock. While Ojala just basically right where she was before to bring the ball into play. Maxim on the ball defensively, and they'll get it to Patton. Yeah, and see, this time they'll go back to the middle of the floor. Nice job. Ojala across the timeline, and her pass will be picked off, maybe. Quick jump ball, and I'm waiting to see where it's going to be. MSJ ball, okay. So Tisdale will bring the ball out of bounds, and they're going to put number 14 on the inbounds pass. That's another Maxim, but Amanda Maxim. See the ball picked up by Patton, and she'll try to get it to Tisdale clean. She'll put it up, and no. Connolly kicks it back out. Ojala, no, and Ojala comes in undetected. Get the rebound, will swing it out. Too far. Good effort by Patton. Yep. Too much of a lead on it. She couldn't reach out and save it, and she didn't want to get a backcourt violation, so the ball will go over now. Still relevant anyways, because the ball will go to Woodstock, and they'll have the ball with just 5:42 to go in a 4-point ball game. And that's going to be picked off by Connolly to Patton. Up ahead to Maxim. Unfortunately, Maxim plays for Woodstock, and she'll have yet another steal. Harris, baseline. Oh, what a shot. That was a backbreaker. See the arc on her back? That was Harrington that got the bucket, and the lead now will go to 6 at 29-23. That's a long no 5 count. That's home cooking, and there's a foul call, and that's only going to be the 15th foul. And that'll be on Carly Harris to fall. Yeah, so Ojala right from the Woodstock bench will bring the ball in. There's a catch by Patton, had the ball stripped away, and Harris with the steal. Oh, yeah, that happens. She just forgot which basket was hers and crossed the timeline going the wrong direction. That's a violation, and it'll be MSJ basketball. But see, the Mounties have to take advantage of these chances, second chances, or getting possession back after they give the ball up. It's only a 6-point lead, but they've just really had a lot of problems generating offense for quite a while here, especially in the second half. And they're both out of bounds. They both are out of bounds by a mile. Yep. The Woodstock coach just can't believe it. I can't either, because it wasn't only her foot. She was 18 inches out of bounds. She was almost doing the score clock for Joe. Out of bounds. And that'll be off from the foot of Tisdale, and that's out of bounds. I don't know if they realize that was out of bounds, but that ball you'll see on the tape was clearly in the green out of bounds, and the guys on the end of the floor are all laughing at it, the spectators. And Harris will be called for the lane violation. It's the third violation in the paint by Woodstock. That'll be caught by Patton, and she'll just flip over the top to Steves, and she'll make the grab and traveled. Okay. Well, they had their choice here, and they called travel. Now Bizon will come in for Steves for MSJ, and they need a body. L.B. O'Connell will take the ball out of bounds for Woodstock. She has Harrington wide open, and that's where she goes into Harrington. I'll tell you what, Maxim does a nice job coming back to the ball, number 14 Maxim. Don't forget, a couple Maxims, a couple Harrises, a couple Whites out there. And it's going to be Harris breaking out of the pack. Connolly in pursuit, and they won't get there before the bucket. And all of a sudden, 4 minutes to go, the lead will go to 8, and this is almost into a must-score on possession, every possession now for MSJ. Like I said, they have not had a lot of point production. Boy, they got to call something there. Either she dribbled out of bounds, or they're going to blocking foul. There they go. So Felton coming back in the ballgame, 31 for Woodstock. She'll replace Amanda Maxim, and Ojala will take the ball out of bounds, and Tisdale open, puts the shot up, and a little strong and long, and O'Connell came flying through the air and knocked the ball out of bounds. Stepped in front of Connolly. And we'll have Tisdale along the baseline. She'll take the basketball out of bounds with 3:54 to go in the basketball game. Mounties down by 8. Bizon with the catch at the top of the arc. We'll work it to the elbow and between circles. There's a catch by Patton, and somebody stripped the ball coming through, and it'll be Woodstock with the pass up ahead to Harris. Harris steps aside the defender, and oh, the thing set right on the back of the rim. And we got a foul called on Harris, pushed from behind. Yeah, so it's 7th foul, so it'll be the 1-1 for MSJ, and this might be the way to get their offense. Or this might be their offense here in the 4th quarter. It'll be shots the rest of the way for MSJ on every foul called, of course, unless it's a player control foul, and then they're going to send Tisdale to the line for the 1-1. Now, plus that stops the clock with 3:41 to go. No, she'll hit the rim. No good. O'Connell will snatch the rebound and then just get things going full throttle forward. Ojala touched it. It rolls to Harrington. She'll fake, go baseline, up, and I'll tell you what, that was a great ball fake that opened up the baseline for her. She just didn't put the shot away, but again, nice move. They'll go to Ojala, and with 3:26 to go, down 8. MSJ needs points here, whether it's a 1, 2, or 3-point trip. But they can't afford to turn it over like that right there. Yeah, so we'll have Mounties go to a more pressure-packed press in the backcourt. And they almost came up with a steal there. The ball will still be with Woodstock. Harrington will take the ball out of bounds. And O'Connell on her tiptoes. Couldn't save it. And this is what I'm talking about. MSJ has not been able to cash in on these opportunities. They got the ball back on a turnover. They need points. And boy, great defense. That was Maxim that stepped in front of Connolly, knocked the ball away from Caroline as she was cutting toward the basket. She looked open, but it's just the closer speed by Maxim able to get there and take away what looked like a bunny shot that was going to come up. Bizon with the catch. Bizon will go to the elbow, and then on the trail play, they'll give it back to Bizon. Pass came from Patton, and O'Connell might be able to get this. Yeah, and she will look for some help coming back, and there's Maxim with the grab, and to Felton, up, and I'm not sure if anybody touched it. It's going to be out of bounds off from Tisdale as Harris grabbed the ball and threw it off from Tisdale out of bounds. So 31-23, 2:50 to go. Woodstock will just lob it in, and stolen away by Ojala, and Ojala got to get control of it. Will have it tipped and be picked up by Connolly. She'll shoot on the run, and Harris with a 2-on-2 break, and she might have got away with push-off there. Call it travel. She extended the arm too, but she got called for the travel. So again, MSJ will go to the line. Any foul, and a nice pickup by Patton, and she'll flip it off to Bizon. Well, one thing about MSJ is they don't go towards the basket; they go left to right a lot offensively, like that. Where you see Woodstock attacks the basket. Oh, Maxim again. And nope, a little hard off the glass on the finish. Tisdale will tip it to Connolly, and she will lose it out of bounds. No, she had some help. It goes out of bounds off one of the Woodstock Wasp players. So MSJ will have possession with 2:15 to go in the 4th quarter. And Steve's coming in now for Tisdale for MSJ, and Steve's wearing number 4. And they'll throw over the top to Steve's, and she'll chase it down. And they've really never come up with any type of solution or adjustment for the press, and that's not going to be the main reason Woodstock won. They had a lot of other areas. And, ooh, Connolly goes hard to the floor. Will get up. And it happened. She was going up for a dunk, I think, and she lost her balance. And she's a gamer. I like watching Connolly play. She's a good player. Got a good level head on her shoulders. And that's going to be picked off by Bizon. Like they're playing safety, will make the steal. They'll go to Ojala, up, and might want to give some steps. She'll rush the shot and miss the basket. 31-23, less than 2 minutes to go. And boy, one more bucket, you got to think, and that could be the ball game. That's going to be a foul, and we're going to have shots coming up. Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Steves and Maxim at the line, number 20. And what a great ball game Courtney Maxim has played for Woodstock. She's hustling still up and down that floor. Doing a nice job. And that's just the 3rd team foul, second on Steves, but it was in the act of shooting, so she'll be at the line. And Nope, she'll miss that one. The lead will stay at 8. Kind of keeps Mounty's hopes alive here. The lead at 8. And we're going to have a timeout called by MSJ. Yeah, so that was a full timeout taken by MSJ and Maxim at the line. 31-23. She gets set for a second shot. Woodstock with the lead. And she'll be up. And the shot will be no. Boy, Felton has it, and she'll step right back up with it, and no. Good box out by Tisdale. She had inside position, and now Steves. Yeah, I see the speed here by Patton, and then she will be out of bounds. Yep. There's speed under control and speed out of control, and that was just out of control and out of bounds. And again, it's about every possession now. It's down to 1:29 to go with no shot clock. Woodstock, not that they're going to do it, but they could just run motion up top and just basically milk the clock out. And they'll go to O'Connell, and she'll chase down that long pass, and she's got things under control, and maybe she didn't. No, she lost it on the dribble. I don't think it was tapped. No, they say MSJ basketball. Nobody tipped it away from her. Yeah, so again, Patton will come back, and she's had to work hard to get open, hard to get the ball away, and there's a turnover. Maxim with the crossover, left the ball behind, and they'll get it up to Connolly, and Connolly wants to go across. Tisdale with the grab. Oh, they missed the bunny. And that's going to go ahead to Harris. Harris, the O's are trying to get back in the position. Will get the basket. It will probably seal the deal here, and that'll make it a 10-point lead with just a minute to go. So they had a 10-point lead at 12-2 when they established their second 10-point lead of the ballgame. Woodstock has at 33-23. Tisdale, there you go. There's 50 seconds to go in the ballgame. It's 33-25. Woodstock, and they'll throw it to the open spot on the floor, and Tisdale will chase it down, and she'll turn the corner and bring it to Patton. 41 seconds on the clock, and they'll get it to Ojala all alone, up, and nope. Actually, I think that might have got tipped. And Felton will get the ball back, and Harris will dribble it up with 32 seconds to go. Looking for Harris, and Harris to Harris, and they'll go out of bounds off from Connolly. And they'll go to Woodstock with 27.8 seconds left in the basketball game. And O'Connell will take the ball out of bounds. And she'll lob it up, and she'll get it between circles. She'll swing it out. Again, that's Harris to Harris. Harris. Oh, nice basket. That'll make it a 35-25 game. 17 seconds and the clock running, and Ojala will weave her way through some traffic back there, getting into the front court. To Conley, to Tisdale, and yeah, she'll get the basket. 8 seconds, 7, 6, and Woodstock's JV squad is going to win the basketball game over MSJ, and it was a good contest by both sides, and now I think they're going to call it. Yeah, that's the ball game, so congratulations to Woodstock. They'll beat MSJ in the JV contest 35-27. And Logan Kavanaugh will be taking the jump at center, and the tip will be controlled by MSJ's Danielle Comstock. And yeah, she went over and back on that midcourt stripe, and Woodstock will take over the basketball on the game's first turnover, and they'll have it right in front of the scorer's table. Joe Davin, one of the officials out there, George Cook, the other official, and we'll go through the lineups as the night progresses along. But that was number 21, Barolt, that brought the ball into play, and that's going to be almost a steal, and Woodstock able to get the pass thrown right back at them, and they'll get it down along the blocks, the baseline, and that pass will be grabbed in the paint to step to the bucket, and hard off the glass. They had the open look. That was number 34, Perky, that took the shot, and then coming back to knock the ball away was number 33 for Woodstock, Dina Talley. So Dina Talley will knock the ball out of bounds, and Woodstock will go on into defense. And MSJ looking for the first points of the night. We're 22 seconds into the basketball game. 8-minute quarters, overtime if necessary. It's Kavanaugh with the catch, the shot, and no. Weak side rebound will come down, be controlled by Murphy. Murphy will get the ball up ahead, a little bit too far. Was it touched by MSJ? No, she was trying to get the ball up ahead to Barolt, and the ball will go out of bounds to MSJ. There'll be no pressure in the backcourt. You see Comstock just walking the ball up. Now she'll be picked up almost near the midcourt stripe, as Woodstock will be in a zone defense, and Logan Kavanaugh with the basket for MSJ. Nice job by Kavanaugh, and a good job by MSJ getting the ball up and into play. You see Comstock come back and make a play on the ball, and MSJ right there trying to trap, and boy, just kept the ball alive off the foot of a Mountie, picked up by MSJ's Bulb, went out from the foot of O'Rourke, and Melanie O'Rourke with a long pass front court, and they'll turn it over on that. Just been their style, and I'm going to bite my tongue. That long pass picked off, and boy, again, they got back, and tipped, comes right back, and just the right place, right time for Woodstock, and that'll be a bucket. 21 with the basket will be Barolt. They will be tied at 2 with 6:41 to go in the first quarter. Comstock will go back to O'Rourke, and she got to the top of the arc. This is Gilligan, lines it up and can't knock it down. And that's her spot, and that's her shot, and Kavanaugh will save it. Ball will lay on the floor, be picked up by MSJ. Kicks it out to O'Rourke. No, she's looking for a 3-ball, and Barot will bring down the basketball, and she'll cross over, and she'll have the ball slapped away by O'Rourke. Nice steal by O'Rourke, and the finish, and the foul, and one. So Barot will give up the steal, the bucket, and get a foul. Yeah, and then so Melanie O'Rourke at the line trying to complete the 3-point play. And they're going to have Barot come out of the basketball game. Number 12 taking her spot will be Lord. So Lindsay Lord, number 12 in the ball game now for Woodstock, and that becomes the first substitution by either side here in the ball game. And O'Rourke up, and always usually pretty good from the free throw line. Will make it a 3-point play. 5-2 MSJ with the lead, and they'll go back to the press now. Woodstock will go long distance and turn the ball over themselves. I don't know why teams nowadays think the only way to break a press is to throw the ball 25 feet. But they do, all of them do. It's not just tonight's teams. Boys, girls, college, men's, women's. Comstock on the dribble with the penetrations all the way down inside. Puts it up, gets her own rebound, and will be tied up. And it'll be a jump ball. It should be Woodstock basketball. She was tied up by number 33, Dina Tolley. And Dina Tolley will be in the backcourt, and she'll take the ball out of bounds. And she's got Murphy with the number 23. Yeah, 6 minutes left in the first quarter, and there's the trap, and it pays dividends as they get the steal, and O'Rourke will get the basket off the steal. And timeout called by Woodstock as we're down 7-2, and they don't want to get MSJ all that forward momentum. They'll call a quick timeout here to settle things down. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Melanie's up by 5. And that's going to be tipped and picked up by Woodstock. Murphy will get it in the front court. And they're trying to get a handle on that basketball. That was Lord with the number 12. And Woodstock with the ball fake. And yeah, I tell you, crazy action out there. The Comstock, she'll make the grab and she'll just fling it. Lord will make the interception. Again, that's been the Mounties offense. Just throw the ball long and wild like that. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You get away with it against average to bad teams, but good teams have burned them. Talking about the Windsors and the Rutlands. And nice catch right there. And Bellows Falls squads. There's the basket. It's going to be 7-4. I thought you were asking me for a minute. I was going to tell you.
You wouldn't know.
No, I wouldn't know.
Did they good?
And that's going to be a foul up top as they hook to O'Rourke on a turn. George Cook will make the call. And it'll be on Perky. So Perky will be called for the foul, and it's not a shooting foul, possession foul. Ball will go out of bounds on the side, and O'Rourke will take it out right between the scorer's table and the Woodstock bench with the Wasp in the green, MSJ in the white. 7-4 the Mounties. First quarter action, 4:50 to go to be exact. And on the drive, she was able to find a little slice in the defense, and O'Rourke will flash the basket and miss the layup, and the ball will go out of bounds to the Mounties. They're going to run that line play up top, and O'Rourke handed the ball from George Cook. And, oh boy, everything beautiful except the basket. And the putback, good job of just staying straight up in the air. And that's going to be tipped, but it's just a hot potato. Here comes MSJ down the floor, no defender back, and they got it. And another timeout taken by Woodstock. It's going to be 9-4. They'll take a full timeout now with 9-4 MSJ with 4:31 to go in the first quarter. Woodstock already burning 2 timeouts here in the first quarter of play. We're not at the halfway point yet. Lord will bring the ball into bounds. She has in the backcourt number 20 with her. That's Acuna. And they're going that far side. Ball was tipped, but still got the Di Natale. Up front, Lord, and Acuna will get it. She'll drive, looking baseline. That was sealed out. That's a 3-ball by Murphy, and nope, it'll be a little short and out of bounds. Number 34 had a chance at it, Perky, and couldn't quite corral it in. MSJ will have the basketball. Woodstock with no pressure in the backcourt, and MSJ will bring the ball right up, and that's where they'll, well, it looks like it is a zone. Okay, I had to wait and see. So Woodstock in the zone, and Trombley in the game now, number 13 from MSJ, Trombley again, good outside shooters, got the kind of strength though. You can put her down low inside to make the post-up move like this right here, and no. So Jennifer Trombley will get her own rebound before she loses her balance, goes to the floor. She's able to get the ball out to O'Rourke. She'll get back up. This is a 3-ball, and got it. Exactly what I thought about. She played inside, and then she went outside and hit the 3. She was very active that whole time through, Trombley was, and it's 12-4 now. MSJ with an 8-point lead, and trying to add to it on the steal. Comstock will get her balance up, and nope. There's Trombley. Trombley, the last 5 points for MSJ. And it goes 14-4 MSJ, 3:20 to go. First quarter action. Di Natale will get the ball to Kuna, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Woodstock basketball. Yeah, he's going to make a Woodstock coach. Going to go up for a 5-for-5 change. Rob Chandler is the Woodstock coach. And MSJ is going to bring in Shappy 14 and Mercier number 10. And number 5 for Woodstock bringing the ball out of bounds will be Kate Murphy. Yes, we got a couple Murphys on the roster for Woodstock. And it's going to be Murphy with the basketball. Yeah, and her pass was tipped. As MSJ's defense extremely active and swarming to the basketball. Murphy with the catch, a shot, no good. Rebound fought for on the floor, and Murphy will be tied up, and it'll be, I think it's going to be MSJ basketball. That's going to be the call. It'll be Mountie basketball. Wardwell, number 10, also out there for Woodstock. I'll try to catch up on all the changes. Number 2 out there is Barkham. Nice catch by Comstock, and then they got slapped away from behind. They'll go up top. Wardwell with the basketball. I believe that's Wardwell, number 10. Yep. That's a 3 ball. Nope. Then they got to take the shots. They're behind 14-4, and they're going to trap in the backcourt, and they're able to squeeze the ball forward. Trombley with the catch, a shot, no good. And the rebound will come down. It'll be Murphy with the basketball, and she's just trying to find any daylight to get the ball up and out, and that's going to be tipped. And Trombley with 7 points in the ball game for MSJ, 16-4, as they put on just an all-out blitz here to start the basketball game against Woodstock. Good, yeah. That's a nice catch as the pass came from Strauss, number 11. They go down in the low post, and she might have traveled. Yep, they got the ball down to Amato, Grace Amato, and she traveled on her way to the bucket. Yeah, so just a minute 59 to go in a very helter-skelter first quarter here, and it's 16-4 MSJ. I can tell you, I could hear some hands slapping on the pass, no call. And it's going to be Shappy, that's her spot. She got it. Allie Shappy with the bucket, and he'll make it 19-4. Has a three-point shot, obviously, and forgot to tell you that. And Murphy will work against Trombley, but they just can't handle the pressure defense right now by MSJ. Now be caught by Trombley. Once on the floor to the hole, gets her own rebound, and boy, Trombley just having a tremendous first quarter of play, and she didn't even get in the offense until about two and a half minutes ago. 21-4 MSJ. Another steal, the turnover. Comstock front court, backing in from the free throw line will hit Mercier on the fly, and she'll get it. So Mercier joins that scoring spree by MSJ. There's a lot of different people putting the ball in the bucket for the Mounties tonight. Oh, got away to travel. No, got to call that. Good call by George. That was number 10, Blake Wardwell, with the travel call. And MSJ will take over with 1 minute to go in the first quarter of play. And it's going to be Gilligan taking the ball out of bounds. So Lacey Gilligan, 22, will bring it into O'Rourke. And O'Rourke, boy, gets it to Trombley, and she's in double digits. Got double digits for Trombley already. 25-4 MSJ. Yeah, they're going to have another steal. And again, O'Rourke trying to get the ball up to Trombley. She'll make the catch. You can see the strength right there. She took the bump and didn't even slow her down going to the hole. And Murphy will lob the ball up ahead to Amato. And Amato will put the shot up. No, set under him. And it's going to be off from Mercier of MSJ. It'll bounce back to Woodstock to get a very rare second chance here offensively. Now, I'm not sure Woodstock knows what's hit them yet. They're down 21 points with 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. And then, no. Boy, the step to the bucket and the shot, and it just wouldn't cooperate. 22 seconds to go. And MSJ, yeah, it's going to, from the bench, told to go for one shot. You see Murphy pressure the ball. Now go to Gilligan. 13 seconds on the game clock. Gilligan waiting for somebody to move to pop out. She'll take a few dribbles and bring it back to Shappy. 7 on the game clock. 7 seconds on the game clock. Rourke, 4 seconds. Shappy for a 3-ball. Nope. On the rebound. Will not be controlled by anybody. The buzzer will sound. 25 points first quarter for MSJ. 4 for Woodstock. It's going to be Bellimer bringing the ball into play, number 22. And I didn't even remotely have a chance to set the Woodstock lineup break because things happen so fast. But they go to Murphy. Yeah, and now she get it down inside, make the basket, 25-6. It's just a matter of Woodstock might have dug themselves just way too big a hole to get out of right now. And I know there's a lot of time left in the ballgame, but they can't also trade baskets. That's going to be a rebound controlled off the defensive boards by number 22 for Woodstock. And, of course, that is Bellimer. You know her from the soccer season. And to the hole and the foul and almost got the basket. It's going to be number 34, Perky. So Perky will be heading to the line, and she should be getting 2 shots. Yeah, she got her on the arm. There'll be 2 shots coming up for Perky. And Bove and Kavanaugh at the scores table getting set to check in for MSJ on the second shot. And boy, it's going to take a lot to work themselves back in the basketball game here. Talking about Woodstock, they've got to really just kind of slow the game down, limit the amount of turnovers that this MSJ defense is creating. As Trombley and Mercier come on the basketball game for MSJ. Yeah, and Bove and Kavanaugh are all set down on the box now. And Perky will fire away in the second shot. Got it. Got 1 and 2, 25-7 now. You can't look at the deficit as such a massive hole. They have to look at it as 1 or 2 possessions at a time. That's what they need, a stop in the basket a couple times. Just kind of get down to a manageable deficit, which, you know, you're led to believe is 10 points or less. If they can get it down to 10 points or less by the half, they would have settled things down. But that's asking a lot right now. And Bellimer will bring the ball and play to Lewis, and Lewis go to Barot, back to Lewis. And that's going to be thrown away. Again, just an unforced error as they're looking for Perky, and they'll turn the ball over. It'll be Lacey Gilligan, a senior for MSJ, brings it into senior Danielle Comstock. And you can see Bellimer come out to pressure the ball now. That's going to be a lob down inside, and it's going to be picked off and put back up by Krista Gowett in the ball game, number 15. And Gowett to the floor, trying to keep it alive. And they'll bring it off to Lewis. Lewis into the front court. Here's pressure coming from behind. We'll bring it off to Murphy. Murphy, there's the kick-out pass, and they're going to go back down inside, up and... Like, oh, somebody... I'm not sure what happened to her, but she's in tremendous pain. Yep. And I'm not sure where she got hit. But Murphy's in tremendous pain. I don't know if she broke her nose or lost her tooth or what. But not a good sight here. You know, I speculate what was wrong. She had to be assisted from the court. Murphy did, and I'd be shocked if we see her again tonight. I hope the best for her, but I'm going to stay with the basketball. We're back into play here, and that's going to be Kavanaugh up and got the basket. 27-7, lead back to 20, and this will be Lewis bringing the basketball down, number 3. To Bellimer, and Bellimer, she got wet there defensively, and they'll come back to Lewis. They look baseline, it wasn't there, and it's going to be off from the foot of Kavanaugh out of bounds. And number 50 is Amato. Amato came in to replace Murphy. So Murphy injured now to the ball game for Woodstock, and that's going to be caught, shot, and no, rattled in and out. There's a putback. No, that was a second chance by Perky, and here comes Comstock. Comstock into the front court. Will work cautiously down against Lewis. Wants to get to the free throw line, and we'll kick it out to Gilligan to the bucket, and nope. See Gowett, tiptoe, and yeah, it'll get to Kavanaugh. Just took a little different route. You see the defender charge at Comstock. She'll duck inside, and you think it's going to count. I think the bucket's going to be good in the free throw. And the shot is good. He said, okay. So Amato will get the foul called against her. And Comstock will complete the three-point play, and they'll make it 31-7 with still 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And see number 22 in the backcourt, Bellimer, and Barot also out there. And Perky wants to go baseline, Kavanaugh and Gowett there, and they'll create the turnover. The ball will end up in the hands of Comstock, and she needs some help in the backcourt, and she'll throw up to Bo. Bo will kind of save it. It's still there, and oh, people crashing over each other. I'm not really sure what the call is, but George said it's going to go this way. And he's got all the subs in, yeah. And I really don't have a clue. Bellimer with the catch, and that's a tough shot, and Amato will save it back to Perky, and nope, front rimmed it, follows it up again, foul. Oh, this is going to be a long game. And 2 shots, Joe says, so Perky will be at the line, and she'll have a couple free throws. I believe she was 1 and 2 last time at the line, and getting down 23 with 5:28 to go in the half, so can't tell you how important every possession is in free throws and everything to get some time points here for Woodstock. Puts 30-8 on that made free throw. Yeah, and so Perky taking quite a while on her pre-shot ritual. Will get set for the shot today. There she goes. Yep. Yeah, and that's going to be a putback that's partially blocked, went off from Kavanaugh out of bounds at the Woodstock basketball. Yeah, they need to put together a big run right now. Woodstock does. Yeah, and Lewis looking to Amato, and there's the finish. Yep. Well, they got inside position, and Amato off the glass and in. And O'Rourke will just throw back with the Comstock, and now she'll put it on the floor and take a few dribbles, go in the corner. There's the catch by Gilligan. Kavanaugh ends up with it, and yeah, just faded on the shot and didn't get enough strength behind it to reach the bucket. And here comes Woodstock, and it's going to be down in the front court. Lewis with the grab, wrapped it around the D'Amato to the bucket, and no. Lewis, no. A couple chances for Woodstock, and the ball spurts free. It'll be picked up by MSJ, and Comstock will go to O'Rourke. 30-10, MSJ with the lead, and that goes to 30-10 still, and that rolled off the rim on O'Rourke, and the ball will become Woodstock basketball. And you see that press, it's been bothersome. MSJ's had a lot of success creating points off it. Barol, baseline, and there's the bunny shot, put up and in by Perky. 30-12 now, Woodstock down 18. And Kavanaugh wanted to make the catch and the toss and couldn't handle the ball cleanly, so they'll just set the offense up now. When the defense comes at O'Rourke, she'll just dance to the bucket and kiss it off the glass and in. So Woodstock can work the ball in the middle of the floor to Lewis. That's where Comstock will pressure the basketball. They kill the dribble, and they'll bring the ball back to Lewis as they get into the front court, work off the screen. Lewis takes the jumper. No. The rebound will be a 1 and out, and they'll go off from the Woodstock player. I believe it went out from Lewis, number 3, out of bounds. O'Rourke had it and tossed it off the leg of Lewis. And now they reverse the call, and they're going to go MSJ basketball. Okay. Actually, that's what I thought the call was originally. Yeah, and it'll be Comstock again. She'll handle the ball a lot early on here until they start making the subs. The lead at 32-12 right now. And Gilligan will wait for the bounce, pick it up, and Comstock, yep. O'Rourke down inside the Kavanaugh to the hole, no good. Tipped around Trombley, no. Remember, Trombley had that tremendous hot streak in the first quarter, and the clock will stop at 3:44 to go on the fall, and some more shots, I believe, coming up for MSJ. Amato will get the foul called, and Comstock will be at the line, and that will become the 4th team foul, second on Amato. Yeah, and that'll bring in a substitution for Amato. It'll be Rose Strauss coming in, number 11, for Woodstock. So, been a strange game. MSJ coming out and just built up a huge lead, and then the injury to Murphy. And then a lot of choppy play, a lot of whistles, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls. And that'll be off the mark. Not a game with a real rhythm to it. Perky will be in the corner, and she'll just step through the double team. She'll break into the scoring area, and her pass forward, which is falling down, was intended for Lewis, I believe. And yeah, Acuna, number 20, coming in the ball game for Woodstock, along with Di Natale. So these are Woodstock changes with 3:37 to go in the half. 32-12. The Mounties up by 20. They've got the basketball. They're in the white uniforms. And they'll come back to O'Rourke. And O'Rourke again with that kick-out pass. And Trombley missed the shot. The little pivot there. And it goes through Di Natale's hand. She'll chase it down. It came from Strauss. And they'll go in the front court to Murphy. That's the other Murphy now. Remember, there's a couple Murphys on the roster. So Acuna has it taken away. It was a defensive trap that ended up with the steal, and that was Kavanaugh puts it up, no good. Trombley will step back up, and there's the finish. Trombley with the bucket. All right, like I said, she's in double digits already, and just, I don't know what she had before the game, but she is just charged up and doing a good job tonight. And Kavanaugh will make the touch, just push it into Comstock. Comstock will go baseline, give it back to O'Rourke. She'll go to the hole. There's the finish. Nice look by Comstock with the give back to O'Rourke. And it goes 36-12 as MSJ well in control. And another steal. Yeah, they might as well start the bus up at halftime, get it warmed up for the trip home, Woodstock. And that's going to be up and in. As Mercier and Shappy getting set to check in for MSJ. Yeah, and MSJ looking just to keep the pedal to the metal like you shouldn't against any opponent. And to the hole, no. The shot was contested by Gilligan. She didn't get a piece of it, but somehow it ends up in Comstock's hands, and she'll just toss the ball back to Gilligan. There's the opening, there's the take, there's the bump, and shots coming up for O'Rourke. Yeah, you see the foul called on Strauss, and O'Rourke will be getting the shots. That's going to be Bove, Shappy, and Mercier now all at the scorer's table, getting set to check in on O'Rourke's second shot. O'Rourke will be, oops, missed that first one, and now they'll allow the substitutions come in. Comstock, Kavanaugh, and Trombley out of the ballgame for MSJ. So O'Rourke on her second attempt will be up, and yes.
Nice job, Mel. Find it. What do you guys do?
And that was Acuna with the ball. She's going back with Di Natale, and Di Natale works off the screen and gets to the elbow, and yeah, she'll just squirt the pass off, and they'll be taken away by MSJ, and they'll toss it in. Boy, nice job by Mercier before she stepped out of bounds to make the save, and she was out of bounds. Shot's going to be MSJ basketball. As Di Natale got caught up on that sideline and just really had nowhere to go. It's defense like an octopus down with 8 arms around her and forces the turnover. A minute 46 to go in the half, and O'Rourke will have the ball taken away, and here comes Woodstock on a rare counterattack. Murphy to Perky to the bucket, and she'll get it. 39-14, Mounties lead down to 25. So get it down to O'Rourke. She'll slide it to Mercier. She'll step toward the basket. She slid the pass inside to O'Rourke. She'll toss it to the sideline where Bellomer will make the catch. And it'll become Woodstock basketball. And that will be touched up by Di Natale. And see Strauss come out to meet the pass. And that's Mercier on her up top, just outside the arc. And Murphy puts the shot up, trying to use the glass. No good. There's Acuna, and stuck. I think that's fitting the way the ball game's gone tonight. That's going to go, they go to the possession arrow, and that's who determines who gets the basketball. Yeah, so Joe Davin will just toss it up. There's Joe. Yeah, good job. Yeah, so it'll be MSJ basketball. That's which way the arrow is going. And just 66 seconds left in this second quarter play. Bove. See Mercier put the brakes on, give it back to Shappy. She'll go to Bove. Bove trying to work against Acuna. We'll go back to Shappy. They'll go to O'Rourke. And they find the open Gilligan. Can't get the bounce to go her way. Ball tipped around, and they'll be coming out of the pack. Will be Acuna with it, and she'll be fouled by O'Rourke. And that's only going to be the third team foul, so if you know shots coming up for Woodstock, it'll just be a possession foul out of bounds. As Krista Galwet will be coming in the ballgame, number 15 for MSJ. And yeah, O'Rourke coming out, and Galwet taking her spot. And again, Woodstock just trying to, I don't know what they're really trying to do here as far as survive, but there'll be shots coming up. I'm going to say they really just have to come out like a clean slate in the second half. When they come out after halftime in the break, they just can't look at the scoreboard. Just come out and start over. Start from scratch in the second half. Now stop the clock with 42 seconds to go in the second quarter. Murphy will make that first free throw. Number 5, of course, is Katie Murphy. 23 was Kirsten Murphy. The young lady got injured. And they have a Rourke sock off looking at her foot. She's had some issues with ankles and feet. And remember last year she was on crutches for a while, and that should be a devastating thing for MSJ. But see Dr. Bove taking a look at her and see the sock up, and that would be an awful injury in a case like this where the game really was won in the locker before they came out of the locker rooms. Shot up and no good. Rebound will come down to Shappy. Shappy will kill the dribble, go to Bove. Bove will give the ball back to the coach. Yeah, I gotta tell you, the look, I'm just speculating, I hope it's nothing wrong with Melanie O'Rourke's foot, but she's not looking happy, and that doesn't give me a good feeling. So they'll get it down to Mercier, and there's Gowett up, and yeah, she's going to go back after her own missed shot. Strauss will have it. 16 seconds to go in this second quarter play, and Perky wants to take it in for the shot. Will cross over, lose the handle on the ball, bring it back. This is a 3 ball by Di Natale, and it'll rim out on her. Ball tip controlled, and it'll be MSJ with the basketball. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to be the first half. 39-15, MSJ over Woodstock in varsity basketball. Veralt will bring the ball into play to Di Natale, and tell you what, Woodstock, they make a statement now. We're going to get back in the ball game. They're down 39-15. Chia Kunin with the basketball. She'll bring it back, and Veralt will bring it down. That's going to be Perky. She'll turn from the free throw line and be 1 and out as, no, they'll make the steal. Di Natale will have it, and that's going to be Veralt up and got it. 3-pointer for Veralt. And Comstock will lose the handle on the basketball, and Woodstock will duck inside. It's Di Natale, and yeah, it will go. It took a long time to decide to go, but they'll come out and score the first 5 points of the basketball game here in the second half. Cut the lead to 19 at 39-20. It's going to be O'Rourke, and she'll toss the ball around. Remember, O'Rourke left there for late in the second quarter with came down on her foot funny, but they said she's okay. And 41-20 on the made basket. Di Natale will cautiously dribble the ball up. Comstock there, and Comstock will get a piece of it, and it'll be staved in. It'll be stolen away by MSJ down to O'Rourke. She'll go up and was fouled. That'll stop the clock with 6:54 to go, and O'Rourke should be, I had her in the act of shooting. We'll see what Joe says. 2 shots, he says. Okay. That's O'Rourke at the line with 2, and that'll be the first foul of the second half on Woodstock, and Veralt will be called for her second personal foul, and O'Rourke will front rim that. And so O'Rourke will get set on the second shot, and against 41-20, MSJ with the lead. 42-20, and Acuna will bring the ball into play, and Veralt take a few dribbles, and boy, I tell you, Di Natale traveled, yeah. Woodstock just completely flustered right now with the MSJ's pressure defense, and Comstock with the crossover. We'll get the ball to Kavanaugh, and she'll just hand the ball to O'Rourke, and she'll take the bump, and on the floor, the foul will be called. Yeah, so a possession foul, ball will go out of bounds, and we'll say at 42-20, 6:40 to go. Second team foul on Woodstock, first on Di Natale. There's Bove with the catch and missed the fadeaway, and O'Rourke just took the ball away, had a block from behind by Perky, and Veralt will throw up the top to Di Natale. Di Natale will cross over, get to the top of the arc, and keep the ball alive, pivot, tipped, and Kavanaugh will have it. Originally, I think it was O'Rourke that made the tip. The ball ends up with Kavanaugh, now to Comstock, and she'll spin off the defender, and Gilligan. Gilligan's very good from the arc. They'll have to make sure they come out on it. There's a 3-2 zone defense being played right now by Woodstock. They'll go baseline, and the reversal, it might have been tipped, but it ends up in Woodstock's hands, and they'll just throw the ball away to Kavanaugh, and she'll give it to O'Rourke. They Comstock to the bucket, and it won't happen. That's going to be O'Rourke. They'll go to the floor, and we'll have the ball come free as they let them play through it, and it'll be up. Crazy night here at Common Avenue Gym. And Burrow will have a block and a foul called. Gilligan got a lot of ball, but she got a lot of body, and she'll be called for the foul, and should be a couple shots coming up. And 2 shots. Okay, so Burrow will be at the line for 2 shots. That'll be Gilligan's first personal foul, first team's foul the second half. And 5:47 to go. In the third quarter, now will be off the mark. 42-20 remains the score. Burl trying to get this second shot to happen for her. And it will. So it'll cut the lead to 21 at 42-21. Dina Talley, soft pressure in the backcourt against Comstock, and she'll just launch the ball cross court to O'Rourke. To Bove, she'll wheel inside, take the bump, make a little space, and that'll be off from Barol out of bounds to be MSJ basketball. Yeah, and O'Rourke will just go down toward the corner, get set, and MSJ with everybody above the free throw line, and they'll see what kind of play they run here. And MSJ able to get the ball to play, and they'll work on the perimeter, and Comstock, they look inside to Kavanaugh. Yep, they come to O'Rourke. She'll stand out on the arc, pull the shot back down, they'll go between circles, and then run a little motion up top, reset the offense. 5:20 to go in the third quarter, and Comstock. Yeah, we'll give it back to Bove. No space to get the shot off, and they'll just recycle again. Screen set by Bove. She rolls free. She gets to the free throw line. She'll ball fake and got stripped of the basketball. And just, yeah, they actually picked up the basketball. Just laid there and stays with MSJ. Last touch by Woodstock. Yeah, so Gilligan will have it. And that's a good catch by Kavanaugh. And comes back to O'Rourke. She'll slice to the hole, make the basket. 44-21, MSJ with the lead. See Barolt will get it to Dina Talley, and she'll throw it away on the baseline. Oh, Amato will make the save. She'll put the shot up, and there'll be a 1 and out. And weak side rebound taken out there by O'Rourke. O'Rourke will spin back to the center of the court, and I'll give the ball up to Comstock. Tough game to call because it's just sloppy and chaotic. And they'll just dump the ball inside to Kavanaugh. Nice pass inside, nice catch, and then the ball will go out of bounds off from the Woodstock defender's legs. It'll be MSJ basketball. Yeah, they're going to have Gilligan come down to bring the ball into play for MSJ. And here comes the sub. They're waiting, and now they're going to bring number 2, Barkham, into the basketball game. Tiana Barkham for Woodstock. She'll replace Barolt. O'Rourke all the way from up top through a screen will get the basket and the layup. And it'll go 46-21. Dina Talley with a few dribbles, and then she'll throw the ball to Perky, and Perky will try to spin off from Bove, back up, try it again, and then down with the help from up top was O'Rourke. She'll make the steal. She'll get the perfect pass to Comstock, and will go out of bounds to Woodstock. As Trombley and Mercy are coming in the basketball game now, number 13, number 10, respectively, for MSJ. And just 3:59 to go here in the third quarter. 46-21 MSJ. That's going to be Acuna with the basketball. And Acuna will now go forward and bring the ball back to number 2. That's Barkham. Barkham will pivot and find her teammate Dina Talley. And Mounties look like they're playing a zone. Yep, they are. Yeah, and Comstock taken down, and there'll be a foul called against Perky, and O'Rourke will help her up. Yeah, and there'll be no shots coming up. That's going to be just a third team foul on Woodstock. Second personal foul on Perky, and Gilligan will take the ball out of bounds. And the crowd is deathly silent here in the gym tonight. Oh. Mercier lost the basketball, lost her balance, and here comes Barkham. And she lost the basketball, and we'll go the other way now. They'll get it ahead to O'Rourke, and she'll put the finishing touches on it, and that'll end that play with the bucket. 48-21 MSJ. Yeah, 3:15 and counting in the third quarter, and they'll just have another interception as Mercier will step up, make the steal. They want to go back to Mercier. She got a hand on it, saved it. That's going to be Trombley. No. Tipped around Trombley. Yes. Nice follow-up by Jen Trombley, getting in there and just kept following the shots up. 50-21 MSJ by 29. And you can see the turn by Dina Talley, and her pass going back up top to Acuna was stolen by O'Rourke, and she'll get it again. 52-21, and Dina Talley and Woodstock in a whole lot of trouble. Tipped and gets to Barkham, and she'll ball fake, and they'll reach back and get the basketball. Is O'Rourke to Comstock, and she'll get the finish this time. And do we have a timeout taken? I believe Woodstock will call a timeout with 2:25 to go. 54-21, MSJ with the lead. Yeah, Krista Galwet, number 15 in the basketball game for MSJ, along with number 14, Ali Shappy. Kuna to Barkham, and they're looking for the pass downside to Amato, and it got taken away, and here comes Trombley. Trombley has her pass stolen away by Kuna, and that'll be tipped and stolen back by MSJ, maybe. Ball on the floor, and that's Perky and Kuna, and man, it's a train wreck. Got travel call. Now stop the clock with 2:03 to go in the third quarter, and the ball will be side out to the Mounties. And Ali Shappy will head over, number 14. She'll have to wait a second. We're going to make a switch for Woodstock. They're going to bring number 12, Lindsay Lord, in the ball game, and Lord will replace Acuna, number 20. So that's a Woodstock change coming in with 2:03 to go in the third quarter play. They're going to find Trombley, little pass down inside to Galwet. She hit the bottom of the backboard. She was trying to post up, and they'll give the ball off to Di Natale now. Front court pass to Lord. Lord will give the ball back to Di Natale. I don't think she's the intended target, but she ended up with the basketball. It's Comstock there defensively, and Galwet is going to call a jump ball. Perky and Galwet got tied up, and it's going to be MSJ arrow. Yeah, MSJ will have the possession arrow favoring them. They'll have. Yeah, so Mounties will have the ball, and they'll be looking at that 54-21 lead and try to build onto it here. And the Mercier thought about attacking the basket. We'll give it back to Trombley, and she'll front rim it. Amato will have the basketball, and she will keep it alive, throw over the top, get to Barkham, and she'll put it on the floor, and she'll dribble toward the midcourt stripe, cross the midcourt stripe, and give a little bounce pass off to Di Natale. To Perky, tough shot, kind of lost the handle on the ball, and then we're going to have a push from behind called on Lord, and then it'll be the fourth team foul. Yeah, no shots yet, and nobody in the bonus situation. First foul on Lord, and you see Shappy. Yeah, so Comstock will have the basketball with 1:09 to go. And Shappy. Trombley got it. Free ball for Trombley, and again, she's just having a big night offensively. Yep, 57-21 MSJ. And I believe that was last touch by Woodstock. It was number 2, Tiana Barkham, that got the fingertips on it, and it goes out of bounds on that far side. Yep, so MSJ will resume possession here and keep the offense grinding away. Well, grind isn't a word. It's just been like a spark plug out there tonight. And Shappy to Mercier, and Shappy will take it, and this will be a three-pointer, and it'll be off the front of the rim, and the line rebound will be taken up by Di Natale, and she'll just toss over the top, and Lord will come back to get the basketball. And she traveled, they didn't call it, they'll come to Amato, and they'll give the ball off to Barkham. It's got to be a tough game for the officials also out there. I mean, this has been pretty much helter-skelter, and here comes Galwet, and followed up by Comstock. Good hustle down the floor by Comstock there for the missed shot, and they'll put the basket up and in. Got 59-21, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to be the quarter, and it was a wild one. 59-21, MSJ going into the fourth. That's Bellimer you're looking at. Bellimer's in the ballgame with Lewis. Lewis will come right there, number 3. And what will be the final 8 minutes of the basketball game underway here in the fourth quarter from the Common Avenue Gym. MSJ in the white on their home court. Woodstock in the green, and they'll be up and in with the first shot. Yep. They got it down low and kissed it off the glass to make it 59-23. Comstock Mercier. Trombley, the basket, no. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Lewis. Nice grab by Lewis. She'll give it up to Bellimer, and she will duck underneath the defender, fade back. That might have been partially tipped by one of the MSJ players. Ends up in the hands of Comstock. She wants to go long distance. She'll get it to Trombley. She'll kick, fire, and deliver the basket on the layup. Trombley's going to be closing in on 20 points for the evening. And nice catch by Strauss. And then they toss it right to Dominique Mercier, and she'll make the grab and hand the ball off to Comstock. O'Rourke at the scorer's table for MSJ, getting set to check in. We're down to 7 minutes left in the basketball game. That's Shappy with the basketball, and Shappy will go cross court to Mercier. She'll put it on the floor, take the shot, and no. That was Galwet that got inside position. Almost kept the ball alive, but it'll become Woodstock basketball. Yeah, so Barkham will put the ball on the plate of Lewis, number 3. Lewis will turn and look at the floor and see a little bit of an opening. This time no pressure in the back court, and she'll go to Lord in the front court. Lord wants to lob down inside. That was pretty much taken away, and there's the cut by Lewis. Trying to split the defense. We'll pick it up, put it on the floor, and Trombley just making life miserable for her. They'll roll the ball out. It'll be picked up by Bellimer to Lewis. Baseline shot up, and no. Look at that. Barkham followed it up and got it. Yeah, nice job by Barkham, number 2. 61-25, MSJ with the lead. And the Mounties, I'll get the switches here in a second for you. And that won't go. Shappy had it, lost it, and it'll be Lord with the basketball. You have Bove coming in the basketball game. Kavanaugh and Gilligan all at the scores table for the Mounties. And that'll be down to Strauss off from her ankle. Comes back hard, and it goes to Trombley. She'll go up, and there's Trombley with the finish. 63-25 MSJ, and Lord will go back, and Bellimer and Lord will play toss and catch for a while. They cross the timeline, and they strip the ball. It's got wet with the strip, ends up with Shappy, goes to O'Rourke. She'll give the ball back to Trombley, and she'll kick and fire and get it. 65-25, 40-point lead for MSJ. That ball will go to Strauss, and she pump faked a few times, and that's a 3-ball. No. Strauss had it, lost it. Mercier will get it. She'll pop the ball free. It'll go out of bounds off from Mercier. It'll be Woodstock basketball with just 5:22 to go in the contest. Yeah, so you see Bellimer just waits as he's getting the subs all in for MSJ. Now the ball will be put into play, and they'll give it off to Lewis, and she wants to go to the baseline. She'll come around and got it. Nice job by Danny Lewis. 65-27 MSJ. Rourke to Kavanaugh to the basket, and good. Lead back to 40 at 67-27. Lewis was looking to make that pass to the cutter, Lord, and it's been intercepted by MSJ. This is O'Rourke to Bove on the run. She'll step inside, force it up, get fouled, go on the line. We'll get Joey here to call. That'll be Lewis called for the foul, and Bove at the line, and she'll get 2 free throws. Now stop the clock with 4:48 to go in the basketball game. And no, just a little short. Thought she was going to milk it up and over the front of the rim, but it didn't happen, and she'll get a second attempt here to try to save 1 and 2. And no. Rebound will come down to Strauss, and she'll bring it down to Barkham, and she'll just bring her to Bellimer. Bellimer will look down the floor and cross the timeline. She'll go to the elbow, get below the arc, pivot, and we'll just kick it back outside. They look for Strauss down inside, and nobody touched it. It went off from her fingertips out of bounds. MSJ will have the basketball. Nobody near the bonus situation yet. MSJ with just 1 team foul out there. Now it'll go off from O'Rourke's hand. She'll recover it, save it, go to Gilligan, and literally slapped out of bounds by Bellimer. And it'll stay with MSJ, and Lacey Gilligan will just put the ball on the play to Melanie O'Rourke. For nearing the 4-minute mark left to play in the contest. Gilligan passed up the shot from the outside. O'Rourke will go inside and get it. Nice finish by Melanie as she penetrated in the paint. They just kept giving it to her, and she took it and made the basket. And Lewis to Bellimer, and Bellimer has Shappy there defensively. Strauss will come out and make the catch. Shappy from the backside will slap the ball when we get the steal, and she double dribbled and they didn't call it, and they're going to be timeout MSJ. Mounties will have a timeout with 3:51 to go. They're up 69-27 over Woodstock. Yeah, at the end of the first quarter play tonight, it was 25-4 MSJ, and that pretty much set the tone for what's just unfolded here on the rest of the night. 69-27, the current score, and Shappy trying to add to it. Will get it. 3-ball for Allie Shappy. 72-27 MSJ. There's the baseline, there's the shot, and there's the miss. There's the follow-up. Oh, we got a foul. I believe it's going to be on Woodstock. I'll have to wait and see. He's saying it on Green. Oh, he's saying on Bove. Okay. So Bove committed the foul. It'll be Woodstock basketball. I apologize for that. And Lewis looking for something to pop free inside. Had nowhere to go but outside. Kavanaugh almost came up with the steal. They'll get it to Lewis, and she'll lose it out of bounds. And, oh, they'll say last touch by Bove. So it stays with Woodstock, and 3:20 to go in the basketball game. You see, number 10 in the ball game is Wardwell, and that's going to be a long three ball, and it'll be all air, and it'll be saved into Wardwell, and she'll miss the bunny. That's going to be Murphy. It'll rim out on Murphy, and Kavanaugh finally will get it. Her pass will be picked off, rolls into the hands of Lord, and that's out of bounds. Oh, it's been a crazy night for the basketballs. We've had one stuck in the hoop, and now we've got one up on the backboard. And George Cook will try to get it to work. He got it, he hit it, that counts. He missed it. I just leave it up there and keep playing. We'll be here all night. Oh, he'll miss it. He'll like watching this tape. Really, the ball's, just go ahead and play the game out. 3 minutes to go. We'll call it a night. O'Rourke got the ball stuck. She knocked it out and got it stuck underneath now. And George having a good laugh. And he got it. We were able to play. He almost got hit with the balls, which is better than the alternative. Some of the best action of the night right there. All right, so we'll keep playing. 27-12. Sorry, 72-27. I'm sorry. I'm going to say 72-27 over Woodstock. And just 2:51 left in the basketball game. They're looking, and they'll just bring it back to Shappy. They're looking for something to happen inside, and they'll just give the ball back to Gilligan. She'll set her feet, square fire, no good. Rebound weak side, taken out there by Bellamere. She'll push the ball down the sideline. I'm sure 4 subs coming in. They'll get it up to Lewis, and she'll get the basket. 72-29 MSJ. And O'Rourke with the basketball. Trombley, Galwet, Mercier, and Comstock at the scores table. That was Shappy with the shot, and that'll be saved in bounds. Saved by Wardwell. Actually, it was saved to Wardwell. And she'll give the ball back to Bellamere. I think it was Bellamere that actually started everything. Lewis plants her foot, fires, no good. Bobe with the rebound, and she'll turn, take a few dribbles, and throw her to the top of the defense. Lewis will come through, get the steal, bring it back to Wardwell. And her pass was picked off by Shappy. Long distance to Kavanaugh, up and got it. 74-29, a minute 57 left on the night. And that's Murphy. Nope. It was a good shot. And then Wardwell with a follow-up. Nope. Can't get that to cooperate. One more time for Murphy. Nope. And Murphy will get the ball back. And this is going to be a 2-point shot. No, Lewis is going to work herself into the free throw line and get it. So multiple chances by Woodstock. They finally convert, and it goes 74-31. And they called time out to get the subs in, but they're going to actually use it. Okay. Else use a timeout tonight. 74-31, just a minute 25 to go. Trombley, nope. It looked good on the left hand. Wardwell will get the rebound. Go to Bellamere. Bellamere getting her way all the way down inside the paint, then lost her handle, able to slip the ball out to Lewis, and she'll kiss it off the glass and in. 74-33 MSJ. And 1 minute to go in the basketball game. And that missed shot. I was watching behind the play. Comstock helping Lewis up as she lost her balance on the pivot. And that'll be picked off by Comstock. Comstock will give the dish pass off, and nope. Galwet. And the ball saved by Lord to Bellamere. 40 seconds to go in the basketball game. And we have another timeout. Yeah. 8 seconds left, 74-33 MSJ. Woodstock with the basketball. It's a Woodstock timeout. And Lord will bring the ball down to Murphy, and she got stuff, jump ball, and it should be MSJ basketball. And that's what it'll be. So the Mounties will take the ball out of bounds with Comstock and Shappy in the backcourt. It'll be Comstock handed the ball. She'll bring it into Shappy, and we'll see if Allie shot. No, she'll just make the touch, go back to Comstock. They had Wardwell come out and meet her at midcourt. And boy, I tell you what, got wet with some, looking like a football fullback there. Trombley will make the basket. 17 seconds left in the game. 76-33. Mounties with a 25-4 lead at one quarter, and it's pretty much, like I said, set the tone for the rest of the night. 7.6 seconds to go. And Comstock doesn't have to cross the timeline. They'll come to Shappy, to Comstock, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that's going to be the basketball game. 76-33, MSJ with the win over Woodstock.